Well, hey, hello, you're here. You've made it. Hurrah! And where is here, you may ask? Well, that tickles. Hey, now that's a bit too up close and personal. Who's driving that drone, Matt? It's inquiring minds want to know. And therein, I am referring to inquiring minds with a passing interest in drug consumption, of which said drug supplied by a coerced mind who was lured across state lines to participate in a plug-and-play test of an unspeakable nature. Want to know. Cow and I are not prudes, and we generally do not cast judgment upon libertines or their choices or their hairstyles, but we are talking about an elected representative to whom laws which the public at large are subject to seem here not to apply. Oh, and there's that this all happened to in the presence of and in due course of alleged coercion of a mind angle. Now, let's play a game. Cow and I love games, even though his addition skills when tallying his Yahtzee score are consistently suspect. Okay. Are you excited? I'm excited. Let us begin. Which is ickier? Choice number 1, a live, inexplicably self-ambulatory dinner consisting of the contents of a 3-year-old expired and unopened milk carton glopped upon a filthy roach-infested, unclean, nasty public restroom floor behind a clogged toilet, naturally. Or the U.S. representative for Florida's congressional district from 2017 until his resignation in 2024. Who's to say? Well, now anyways, I have quite a bad taste in my mouth. I wonder where the nearest place is I can take one of those silkwood showers. Anyways, inasmuch as and so forth, and hitherto, I was just getting ready to complete my introduction when I was rudely hit by one of those camera drones. Now, where were we? I was about to say, you will excuse me while I shapeshift into another dimension. Hey, now look here, Cow is here, and a raft with chess, and this guy. As it turns out, unbeknownst to me upon first introduction, this horned and behooved and wool-bedecked one turns out to be quite a screamer. Sometimes it gives me the heebie-jeebies, just saying. But sometimes we must be tolerant of the idiosyncrasies of others. Now, speaking of which, what was I up to before I so rudely teleported to another dimension? I think the subject at hand was our usual introduction. The most faithful viewers of this channel, and that means both of you, will know I am normally quite steadfast with my introductions. Usually, after I say, hurrah, you're here, then I say, where is here, you may ask? Now, wait a minute. I just had a thought. Now, has Cow, and perhaps have I, gone too far? Are we the ones who are uncouth? I know a person we can ask who is very smart. Is it unacceptable to point out ill behavior of an elected official / AIGF?
Pointing out the behavior of elected officials is not only acceptable but can be seen as a civic duty when done responsibly and ethically.
Well now, perhaps those last 4 words potentially leaves open the opportunity for interpretation, which I would say leaves us in the clear. Well now, did I say? This is of course the MindGriller Server, and I am Gravity, and this is Cow. Well now, who can be certain? It's not like I can scrub back through a timeline and check. I would never. Now, the most curious among you may be wondering where we 3 are wandering to. Well, as it turns out, I noticed a few lanterns here, and I am following them to, well, I have no idea. We shall see what we shall see. I was gonna say, now that I'm thinking of it, before Cow and I began today's episode, we watched some Minecraft videos on YouTube, as we are wont to do. First, we watched PitCCH's short. I know, shorts on YouTube are a bit, for lack of a better word, yick, entitled Rarest, in caps, Death in Minecraft, open parentheses, 0.00001%. That is 100,000 of 1%, close parentheses. This short was uploaded, well now, I'm not sure, but perhaps it was uploaded 2 months ago. It's hard to know with the short. Anyways. In it, spoiler, he describes a certain death which, quote, first and last happened in 2013. I will say, with no evidence provided that it did not happen before or since. And may I say, perhaps no way of ever knowing, Cow and I are choosing to look skeptically at this assertion. The death he describes involves an AFK player in the overworld overworld who was killed when a player in the nether... Wait a minute. The most observant among you may have noticed what I noticed. I believe one of the hoglins was killed by one of the piglins. And since here on the MindGriller server, Cow and I refrain from killing passive mobs, this is one of the prime ways we can get leather. I was, of course, hoping for some leather to make a bundle or two. And now that I'm thinking of it, you may have noticed that we have updated the MindGriller server to Minecraft 1.21.4. Unfortunately, since doing so, our anti-Enderman griefing vanilla tweaks has stopped working. So perhaps it is time to search for another solution, because it seems like every freaking Enderman is carrying around some piece of the, well, hellscape as it were, and no one wants that. Now, what were we talking about before we were so rudely interrupted? We were talking about one of the rarest deaths in Minecraft, and that YouTube shorts are kind of icky, and a video where a death was described had something to do with an AFK player? Oh yeah, it's coming back to me. And a player in the nether created a portal, which coincided precisely to the first player's location, and then killed him when the portal appeared in the overworld. Now, is this a troll? Is it a fabrication? Is it a thirsty grab at 100,000 subscriber threshold? Who's to say? Well, now Cow and I did find it mildly entertaining, perhaps a little food for thought. And then Cow and I watched another Minecraft video, as we are also wont to do. It would appear that YouTube's all-powerful and all-knowing algorithm loves to recommend this guy to us. Now, will you excuse me? I'm gonna have to take this call. It might be very, very, very important. Hello, GravityFiller's residence. GravityFiller speaking. No, I'm not mad that you called. I imagine you have quite some time on your hands now that you've resigned. Do you have a Cameo account yet? Do you have an OnlyFans? Do you have a Fanboo? Fansly? Loyal Fans? Fanzo? My.Club? Thrills? Age restricted. Yeah, well, under the circumstance, that makes... What? Everglades? Real estate venture? Well, I don't think... Oh, him. Yeah, well, he will of course need some place to house the plethora of new US H-1B visa recipients. What? Who? Where? Joe Francis. Is he still among us? And by us, I mean you. Yeah, a warrant. Yeah, well, stuck in Punta Minta. That makes an extra bed. Okay, then. Well, I don't know terms of international extradition treaties offhand, but you might best be well versed in the minor details therein, if you know what I mean. Party favors. I'm certain I have no knowledge as to of what you are referring, but I gotta go. Bye, goodbye, so long. Now it makes me wonder, if he were in prison, who would be in more danger? Him or the entirety of the prison population, staff, and security personnel? Inquiring minds want to know. Anyways, where were we? Oh, right. Now that Cow and this guy are settled, I'm gonna go up top and see if I can forage for some more, Leather. Now Cow's spelling skills are not what they should be. He always puts an E at the end of potato. Now, it may not come as a surprise, but Cow and I have very similar tastes in music. The most observant viewers among you will have noticed that sometimes while Cow and I are playing Minecraft, we are simultaneously listening to our favorite music-making artists. For instance, right now, we are listening to Done, parentheses, Let's Get It, close parentheses, by Yayi. And just before this tune, we were listening to Garçon Glaçon by April March. Well now, I have some feelings about this, but since I like both songs, I will keep them to myself. Anyways, what are we doing and where are we going? Now, the soft belly sense of insecurity reminds me that today's episode is brought to you by the kind people at Riri's Cookie Cutter Clumps. Riri's Cookie Cutter Clumps. Miners love them. Look at this guy playing with his little piglin friend. Quite a subtle but effective messaging behavior from Mojang on the beautiful ignorance and naivete of children. And, well, piglins. Speaking of, one of those nouns, I believe it's time to make a visit to the Bastion Remnant, which is just on the other side of the island here. I could bring a boat, which would make the trip back down from the Bastion safer by launching myself off the top of the scaffolding whilst in the boat, and thus avoid any potential of dying due to fall damage. This is perhaps a clever idea, but now that I think of it, I seem to remember some time ago, Cow and I watched the Minecraft boat drop mystery. This is the video from Stand Up Math's YouTube channel. It was uploaded 9 months ago. This video, which as one would expect, discusses the mechanics of falling in Minecraft. It focuses on how Minecraft's code calculates fall damage and the implications of floating point precision errors. Did you know that in Minecraft, gravity is represented at each tick as a triangular number beginning with 0.04 and then 0.08, 0.012, etc. But under the hood, Minecraft uses binary representation for calculations, leading to slight inaccuracies when determining whether a player is above or below a block. When a player hits the ground, Minecraft checks their status to determine if they should take fall damage. If the status indicates that they were in the air just before hitting the ground, they are protected from fall damage. That is, if they're in a boat. However, if the game thinks that the player is on land due to proximity to the ground, even if not quite touching it, then they will likely incur fall damage. The video we watched provides a mathematical framework for understanding fall distances using triangular numbers and their properties. It provides a list of heights which are likely to result in a player's death. The dangerous heights include 12, 13, 49, 51, 111, 114, 198, 202, 310, 315, 447, and 453. Now you would have to watch all the way to the end of the video to find out a sneaky omission, and that is that the test and results are based upon an empty boat. If one or more entities are in the boat, then the calculations and resulting dangerous distances are not 100% applicable. Now, how useful is this information, you may ask? Good question. I have no idea. Now, wait a minute. I believe I saw something. And Drat and Double Drat, I'm gonna have to go back. Yours truly is not known on this channel for his faux pas, but upon this particular, shall we say, oopsie, we will have to agree that it never happened and that it will never be spoken of in the presence of Cow or his demeaning glare of disappointment, disillusionment, and toxic chagrin. And no one, and that means all of us, will put it in the lyrics of an otherwise charming and uplifting song found on a random but suspiciously obtainable Minecraft disc. Now the secret is about to be revealed. Did you notice what was in this chest? That's string. I'm usually not quite so excited about string, but in this case, I am quite excited. Now, where were we before we departed on this It Never Happened return journey, which may I reiterate, never happened. All right, I was looking at Mojang's bug tracker for bug report MC119369, entitled Minecraft: Java Edition boats crash/break and can kill their passengers when falling certain distances. The bug tracker says it was resolved. Hurrah! Now, if I may be so bold, let us pour one out for the QA devs and engineers at Mojang. That looked a whole lot more impactful when Flavor Flav poured one out on Flavor of Love, which in less delicate hands might be called code switching. I wonder where Becky Buckwild is today. Sadly, with that being said, and due to Cow's bone-chilling separation anxiety, it's time for us to say our goodbyes. Goodbye! So long! See you later! Hasta la vista, baby! Totsines! Tots.